right, hello everyone. Thanks for joining the webinar today. My name is Jennifer. I'm with the support team here at Modern Tribe. And today we're going to be talking about tickets and using WooCommerce extensions to add additional features to the tickets that you're selling with Event Tickets Plus. So this is essentially a beginner level topic. We're going to cover a little bit of code snippets that you can add, but no worries if you don't know any code. This is basically just showing you the different extensions that you can use with WooCommerce to do a lot of different things with your tickets and other WooCommerce products on your site. And we're also going to talk about using the default ticket form, which can be a little bit tricky sometimes when you're using these extensions, so we'll cover that as well. All right, let's jump in to the demo here. So you'll see I have a few plugins active to start off with. So we're using Event Tickets, which is our free ticketing plugin that's actually required to use Event Tickets Plus. And Event Tickets Plus allows you to sell tickets via an integration with WooCommerce. And you'll also see we're using the events calendar. You certainly don't need to use the events calendar to sell tickets, but most of our users do. So we're going to have that in the demo. And of course, you need WooCommerce active as well. All right, and to start off with, for those of you who aren't too familiar with Event Tickets Plus, you can create your ticket here on the event or a different post. Just show what that looks like quickly. So you can come down here, you see we have a ticket created, and you can set the price and the ticket name and everything here. And what this is essentially doing is creating a WooCommerce product every time you create a ticket. So if you come down here under Advanced, you can actually click here and edit the ticket in WooCommerce. And this will let you do things like add a featured image. You can set a sale price. So here you can see I've added a featured image for the product, so this will show up in the cart. You can come here and set the price. This is the same thing that you'll see on the edit form we were just looking at. You could also set a sale price. And these are the default options that you have with the WooCommerce product. And you're going to see as we enable some different extensions, you're going to have more options here that allows you to do different things like set discounts, link products to other things. So we'll dive into that here in just a second. So if we come back to our event, you can see on the front end that we're going to have a default ticket form that lets users add tickets to their cart from the event page. So this form is something that you can customize doing a template override. And we actually did another webinar on that. You can find that in our YouTube channel that we walked through how to actually do a template override. But what you're going to see with a lot of these extensions is that they're going to add additional options to the WooCommerce product page. And those options are not going to appear automatically here because this is a form that is created through our plugin. And there's no way for us to really account for all the different WooCommerce extensions. So this is really good to use when you're just using Event Tickets Plus. But if you're adding a lot of extensions, you might want to be using the WooCommerce product page instead to sell tickets. And we actually have an article here that will walk you through how to use that product page. By default, the full WooCommerce product page is disabled with Event Tickets Plus, but we have some code that you can add to your functions.php file that will change that. And we also have a little snippet here that you can use. This is just an example. This you can use to essentially replace the ticket form, and this will list the products on your events page and link to the WooCommerce product. So that's how users will be able to find your tickets if you use that full product page here. And we'll go ahead and enable this. And I already have the template override in place. I'm just going to enable that here as well. All right, and once this saves, we should be able to see a link over on our event page. All right, so this is what the default code does. If you want to spice it up, by all means, you can do that. But this is just an example of what you could do to get started with. But this is as is. You can just paste this using the Themer's Guide. You can make a copy of the template for this form, paste this code in, and this is what you'll get. So you'll have a working link that goes to your full ticket page. So this is, again, just the default WooCommerce product page. So this works essentially the exact same way as any other product. So now if we go in here, and we can start off with using the chained products plugin. We'll go ahead and activate that. And this lets you offer a bundle of products at a discounted rate by chaining free products to a main product so that when the user buys the main product, they get the chained products for free. So we can see how this looks over here on our ticket product. And remember, tickets are essentially WooCommerce simple products. So you can add other tickets, you can add other products, whatever you would like to do. So you'll see here we have a t-shirt product. We'll go ahead and add that. And you have some options here. You can enable stock management for the chain products. You can also update existing orders if you would like. You also see this little option here to insert a shortcode in the description. And that will put this little shortcode here, chained products, so that when you view the product on the front end, you'll also see the chained products beneath it. So if you don't want that, you can just remove it. All right, so we'll update our product. So when we view this on the front end, you'll see that we have our chained product here for free. The price is crossed out there. And we'll go ahead and add this to the cart. And when we go to our cart, we'll see that our ticket has been added and our t-shirt has also been added at no additional cost. So if you, again, are looking to create bundles and offer free products, if you want to offer free tickets with other products on your site, or if you want to offer one free ticket for buying another ticket, or a free product for buying a ticket, however you want to do it, this is a really great option to set that up. So we'll look next at the WooCommerce Product Bundles plugin, which is similar to the chain products, but it allows you to set a few more options. So it's a great way to create product bundles where you can recommend optional items, offer bulk discounts for combos, and customers can pick the items that they want. So now that we have this enabled, we'll refresh our ticket product here. All right, and you'll see we don't have any additional options, but we can change the product type now to product bundle. So you don't want to change your ticket to be a product bundle, but what you can do is create a new bundle or a new product and save it as a bundle. So I've already created an example. We'll go ahead and take a look at that and see how it's different. All right, so when we edit our bundle product, you'll see that we have some additional options. So you can see here essentially what we did is we grouped a bunch of products together, and we have other options now that we can require a minimum or maximum for each individual product. You can also offer a discount based on the original price, and you can do that for each product. So you can really do a lot here to create some custom bundles, and we'll just take a look at what this looks like on the front end. All right, so you'll see we have a different image for our product bundle. We have the discounted price here, and we have each of our individual products. So you can add the entire thing to the cart, and that will add one of each. And this should reduce the stock and everything with tickets, by the way, when you're doing bundles like this, because as we mentioned before, they're just WooCommerce products. So you shouldn't have to worry about doing anything additional there. And yeah, that's basically the difference with the product bundle plugin. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. We can take a look at composite products, which is again similar to product bundles, but this is going to give you a lot more options. We're not going to look at this in much depth. It can get you can get pretty complicated with what you create. We'll go ahead and take a look so you can see how it works. I know a lot of these are premium plugins. They do require that you pay something to be able to download them. So I want to go ahead and just show you what options you have with each of the different ones in case you're interested in trying any of them out. All right, and I went ahead and created an example composite product as well. All right, so you see we have actually a couple different options here. You can add different components. You can also select the layout, how you want them to display. You can select different pricing, allow them to edit their selections in the cart or not. And so basically what we did here is created groups. And so we have a tickets group, and you can select different tickets. Again, you can select a minimum and maximum quantity. You can price things individually. And you can create as many components as you want. So essentially, this is like creating a product kit that users can kind of put together however they want, select different options. And just to show you what this looks like on the front end. All right, you'll see for the ticket section, we have some different options available, either the general admission or the VIP. Also, I just created another meals section. So you can select whatever, and then depending on the pricing options that you selected on the edit page, this will update accordingly. So you can really do a lot of different dynamic groupings here of tickets and products. So if you're looking for something really complex, this might be the plugin that you want to go with. All right, and you'll see we also have one here called Force Cells. That one I don't think we need to demo. It's pretty straightforward. You can essentially select products that you can link to other products. So if you have a primary product, like say a ticket, and you want to force someone to buy a hotel room with it, you can link the hotel room to the ticket. And that way, whenever someone buys the ticket, it'll force them to buy the hotel room as well. So you can do this again with other tickets. If you wanted to force people to buy one ticket in order to have another ticket, this is something that you could use to do that. Mix and match is similar to the composite products. It lets you, it's a way to create a very complex bundle. It lets users select different options. We'll go ahead and take a look just so you can see the difference here. And just to point out, I'm only enabling one at a time, just so that you can see which options are coming with which plugin. You could potentially use multiple ones together. You would really need to test it out to make sure that that was going to work. But these are all from WooCommerce, so they really should all work together. All right, so we'll take a look at our mix and match product here. All right, so see we have the mix and match option, and similar to the composite products, you can select a layout, select a minimum size, and put in all the products that you would like to add as options. And you can also set per item pricing if you would like to. We'll go ahead and just take a quick look at that. And you'll see some of the products were removed from the cart when I disabled the plugin, because obviously they're not going to be supported any longer. So that's what the messages are there. So yeah, you can select different quantities here for each of the options, and it'll update the price for you, and you can buy them all together. So that's essentially what the mix and match plugin looks like. And quickly, we will go ahead and take a look finally at the WooCommerce memberships plugin. And this should allow you to restrict your products to certain members. We'll go ahead and take a look here. The options. So Event Tickets Plus does have the option to require users to be logged in to purchase tickets. But if you wanted to extend that and add some more dynamic options around members, this is a good plugin to use. You can come in here and add a membership plan. So that'll let you restrict access or grant access to different users. And then when you come onto your WooCommerce products, and again, this is for tickets or regular products, you'll see some additional options regarding the memberships. All right, so you can come down here to the bottom, and you'll see also this option here for discounts. So if you would like to give certain memberships or membership levels discounts or charge them at different prices, you can use this plugin to do that. And also restrict content or grant access. So you have a good amount of options here as far as what you can do with the different membership levels. So if you're looking for more advanced membership functionality besides just requiring users to log in, this is definitely a good one to check out. All right, and I think that about covers everything. There are some options here we won't dive in. We're a little bit short on time. I want to take a couple questions. But there are two other plugins. Again, they're pretty straightforward. Name your price and deposits. So these add options if you want to allow users to put in a deposit or set up a payment plan instead of just paying the full price outright to reserve their spot. You can definitely do that here. And name your price also is good for maybe you run a nonprofit or you're doing a fundraiser. This is a good way to allow users to set their own price and offer whatever donation they want. And if you come in here to the settings for Event Tickets Plus, you'll see that you have some options as to when the ticket records get generated. So this is a way that if you did want to use the deposits or payment plans, you can kind of ensure that tickets aren't being sent to users until their order has been completed. So you'll come down here and you have all these different options. So if you only want tickets to be sent once the order has been completed, this is what you'll use. And you'll see here, when should attendee records be generated? If attendee records aren't generated, the stock won't be reduced. So this way, if someone is doing a payment plan or whatever, and you don't want to hold their spot or you don't want to reduce the stock until they've paid everything, then this is a way that you can do that. All right, so I'm going to jump over to the questions here. Okay, so one question is, can these extensions be used if you're using some of our other ticketing plugins, like WooCommerce, which actually comes with event tickets that allows you to sell tickets directly through PayPal, or if you're using Eventbrite tickets or Easy Digital Downloads, which is our other option using Event Tickets Plus. You cannot use the WooCommerce extensions, but Easy Digital Downloads does have their own extensions. So you can see here, tons of different extensions here, whether they're for additional payment platforms or, we have MailChimp here, lots of different stuff. You can definitely use these. So if you're using Easy Digital Downloads, I would recommend taking a look at these. And for Eventbrite tickets, the tickets are processed and sold through eventbrite.com. So we don't have anything that you can use to extend that particular functionality for that one. All right. And can you use multiple products together? Yes, generally. As you can see, they have lots of different extensions here. So your best bet is definitely going to be to try them out and make sure that they're gonna work for your site. You should be able to use any of these together, including with tickets. So, but again, depending on what your use case is, you'll definitely want to test it out. Oh, and one other thing I did want to point out is I mentioned that if you use the full WooCommerce product page and you disable the ticket form on your events page, you don't necessarily have to build out a whole custom template. I'll go ahead and show you an example here. You can actually take advantage of the WooCommerce Shortcodes. So essentially what you're doing is you're just displaying the WooCommerce products, including the tickets, on your page, on your event page. So you can put as many ideas as you want, but this is our composite product here. So you can see what this looks like. So you'll see it just spit out the product right there on the page. This is in the event description. If you wanted to do this more programmatically and you're comfortable with PHP, you could still do the template override that we talked about and use the do shortcode function from WordPress to output the shortcode, and that would give you the option to use, you could check conditions to determine which products you would like to display and some more advanced things like that. So if you're handy with PHP and that's something that you're interested in, this is a really easy way to be able to add products to the events page more dynamically without having to essentially rewrite a whole new template. All right, so I think that pretty much covers everything as far as that goes. And just to summarize here, as we mentioned, tickets are WooCommerce products, which is why they work pretty well with the extensions. So you can use those to bundle and discount them. And it's typically best to use the single product page, but you can also use other options like the shortcode, or if you're good with code, you can do a full integration with the default ticket form to add some of those options in there. It's really however you want to do it. And we have some links here of some of the things we talked about. You can find the extensions on the WooCommerce site. And we also have our blog post here that we wrote up on some additional extensions that you can use tickets with. And our themers guide if you'd like to dive in and do any more advanced customizations. And also put a link to the WooCommerce Shortcodes so you can read more about those. And WooCommerce's article on bundling products. So we do have a new YouTube channel that you can subscribe to. It's called the Events Calendar. You can find it just by going into YouTube and typing the Events Calendar, and you'll see our channel. All right, and thank you for joining.